Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's grab a beverage of your choice, because today we will be doing another version of Incredible Independent Comics. And this one will be Blood Commandment, published by Image Comics and written by Simon Kudransky. Okay. That's, yes. He is created, written, and drawn by him. So, this is all his. If you don't know him, he did something called A Town Called Terror, and a couple of other things. His stuff is usually horror related. And if you know me, I love horror comics. Alright, so this one, it starts out with just this little some guy out on it's like he's fixing like a watch or something like that, and then it switches to some like outside. You're in the woods, and this is like, take a deep breath, feel the wind settle, hold, and you see a deer, and what it is, then you have blam. So you have like right back there, you have a father and a son back there, and the son is taking a shot at the deer, and you can see he misses. So you have the father and the son talking, and the son tells his dad, says, "Hey, look, I want to be honest with you. I missed on purpose." Because the kid the kid didn't want to kill the deer. I mean, he's a little kid, sort of understand that. And the kid was worried that his dad would be mad at him, and his dad's like, no. What you did was brave. You told me the truth. You didn't want to hurt the animal. That's fine, and you told me the truth. What I'm trying to do here is have you feel comfortable with guns, so you can learn how to survive. And so this goes to show, like, the relationship between the father and the son. And, the kid is wondering why he can't go back into town, why he has to be homeschooled. He's feeling lonely. He wants some kids his own age, and the father's just like, the kid's in his teens, and he's like, once you get a little older, I'll explain to you. You'll understand. We find out that his mom had just died recently, and they're both kind of taking it rough, and they go into town to order some stuff at a store for, like, parts for his furnace and all that, because they're living out in the woods. And the owner says, "Hey, have you heard about this pack of wolves that's raising hell out there?" And he's like, yeah, I've heard about them. So it's just this little thing of us getting to know this father and son, a little bit of character development, and history. The really good relationship the father and son have, about how they're both kind of trying to make a new life after the mother dies. You can tell the father's very protective about his son, and he knows that, that there's something going on that you aren't finding out. But we are dealing with kind of first-person narration, narrative here. Excuse me. Where all you know is what's going on with them. You aren't, you don't have the omnipotent narrator, whether it's actually narrating or not, telling everything that's going on out there. You just see what's going on with family and all that. So you know that something's going on. He's not telling his son. And so they go to a diner because they need to have something to eat, and the father's just like, I'll get us food later. And you see that someone kind of comes in town, and when the old man, the shop owner, who you see at the beginning, goes back into the store, someone grabs him and he disappears. Then you're seeing the father. He's out hunting, and this happens. He comes into turns into a bit of a creature and grabs the deer, and so there's something. He's some sort of a creature. I'm thinking maybe a werewolf or some sort of a wolf like that. And then there are, and we probably know why he's stuck. He's staying out in the woods just to be away from people. And that ends the first issue with a little bit of a little bit more happens, but I just don't want to give it away what the cliffhanger is. But it is, I think it's 1 of 4 or 1 of 5. This is part 1. But it is such a well done story. It's really smooth, very well written. There are times, as you can see here, it gets a bit wordy, but it doesn't feel like it's wordy. It goes by quickly. It's it's just the father and son. The son's asking the questions, the father's answering them, and it's not full of exposition. It's just this, and so it's kind of quick. So it doesn't overburden you, doesn't overwhelm you and all that stuff, and so you don't find out a whole hell of a lot about what the overall story is going to be, because I think this is the first issue where it's just laying everything down and you're getting the bare bones basics, and I think that really works for this story. And so you're getting just enough to pique your interest to move the story along. And then if you look at the art, I like his use of, it's not really black and white, but it's not really color. And his use of panels, and the muted coloring and angles, and it's so well done. It really adds to the mood of the story. And then you get little things like this where they have splashes of color where it is needed. This is a damn good book, and I really suggest you get it. This came out, I think, at the end of October. I think I'm about a week late in getting to this, but I bought it when it first came out, and I don't know why I'm taking so long to review this, because read it right away and was impressed by it. But it is, if you are really into, kind of slow burn horror or stuff like this, it's not the zombies, it's not the slasher type. Oh, I'm not sure if slasher, but this is the type of thing to get. It just really works out well, and I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 and say pick it up because the story is fantastic, the art is great, and I could not stop reading it. I think I've read it twice already, and I cannot wait for the second one. So let me know if you read it or not, what you thought of it. And like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comments.